everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. Today's session is going to be very interesting and informative as well. And I'm sure most of us will be awestruck when we complete this case study and we solve this challenge. So, what this topic is all about? The topic is generating a QR code. Now, what is QR code? So QR code, we in a day-to-day life, we have all dealt with what this QR code, either for the payment aspect of it or browsing in any platform or something. We all have this QR code scanning it through our mobile phone and performing the activities. Now we are going to create one, not for the payment or anything, but the QR code actually will open your mailbox and it will draft email for you saying that hey with the standard subject with the standard email body and what you just have to do is that you have to just click on that send button, right? Now, how do we do this? How do we create this QR code in using UiPath? So we are going to focus on utilizing UiPath to create the QR code. Okay. Now will before we dive into technical aspect of it, I know you all are dying to know how this is done. But before we do that, I just take couple of minutes, not even that, only 30 seconds. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. Your support means a lot to me. And meanwhile, while you're doing that, please do like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you share it with your friends and family. You know why? Because if they are struggling to find some solutions that they are facing in their work day, so problem that they are facing, if they can find the solution over here, I will be very happy because these videos, solo reason for these videos is to help out our fellow developers. Yeah. Now, coming back to our technical aspect of the code or aspect of this particular session is that, like I mentioned, we are going to use UiPath. Now, for that, you have to open your UiPath. I have my community edition open and I have already created the process. And now we need to have couple of things before we get started. System activity, mail, we'll talk about this later. If time permits, I want to extend this session bit more, maybe like a bonus tip or something. How do we send this QR we generated through an email to someone and they can just scan it or capture it and perform again, do all those steps. So this is a bonus tips, but this one we is must because we are going to use a HTTP request. Okay. Now, before we get started, let me, as I mentioned, I have searched and got the HTTP request. In the HTTP request, you see request URL. Here, you need to provide the request URL. Now, for that request URL, we need to build that request URL, right? So, to build that request URL, let's go one by one. Okay. Now, let me mention that QR URL. Sorry, spelling mistake. Control key QR URL. Now, for the URL, there is a free URL is available that we can use, which is HTTPS, okay, and backslashes API dot qrserver.com. Next, v1, sorry, v1 dot slash create, and then QR code. Next, data, okay, before doing that, we need to make it as question mark equal to, here comes our variable that basically, as I mentioned in the problem statement, we are going to, when a person scans it, it basically sends, opens their mailbox and have all the details filled in it. That is email subject, email body, who it going to send. So for that, this is where it comes into picture. And then we'll just define the size also. Size is equal to 300, 300. So we just don't want to make it enlarge or something. Let it be. Let this much would is enough, the image size. Okay. Now let's create a variable named encoded encoded data. Now, why I have created a variable named encoded data? You may have this question. So to answer to that, I'll come to that. Okay, I'll explain you why I have done this. Okay, now encoded data should be of a type string. Okay, now let me update this as QR, which we just created. Okay, so that the error goes away. Also, I just need from this HTTP request the attachment. I don't need anything else. So response attachment is what I need. We are done creating a HTTP request. We have a URL, but the URL is not complete. We need to have a couple of more things from this URL. So what and all is that? Let me move this here. Now encoded data I mentioned, right? So encoded data. So the encoded data is nothing but it's we are going to, okay, I'll give you an example. Let me open a notepad. It'll be better. Now ignore this. These are all my previous projects. So let me open notepad. Okay. So assume you have a URL, HTTPS example. Let me zoom in a bit. Example.com, right? Now backslash. Now this is what your normal, even if you have a Google URL, so https google.com. But now if you want to go in depth of the URLs, like say for example, uh, something, okay, query folder space, uh, query folder space find file space. Now you have something like this in between spaces and everything, right? So whenever you deal with URLs, these spaces are converted into something called percentage 20. Where is the percentage symbol? Yeah, percentage 20. All of these gets converted into percentage, 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 right? You won't see spaces at all. Now that is what it is called encoding. Now, how do we encode it? Through UiPath. It's very simple. There is already the function is available. System dot. Let me zoom in a bit so you able to see it. Enlarge this. System dot. Search for net. Okay, and then web utility. Okay. Next URL encode. That's what it does. Now like I mentioned, I'm going to encode it. Now, what I'm going to encode it, uh, again, going back to our agenda, I need to have an email subject, email body that should be encoded in my mailbox. Plus, I need to have a email, whom the email should be sent to. How do I do this? I mean, again, we'll have to create separate variables for each of it. Let's do that. Let's create separate variable for each of it. So for this, now I'm gonna create, okay, mail to URI. Okay, mail to URI is what I created. So the mail to URI will have information of email to email subject, email body. Okay. And again, obviously, all email to email body, email subject, all these will have different variables, but mail to URI will combine everything into one line. Okay, so we are done. We understood how to encode it. Encoding is nothing but system.net. The web utility.url encode will actually convert your anything spaces that is available into a proper URL format with converting spaces into the percentage thing. Okay. Now let's go and take out one more assign. As we talked about mail URL, right? Mail to URI. Now, but before we do this, let's take two more assign, and we will have our email subject and email body because it has lengthy information, right? So let's create subject and body. I could have done it in here itself in one line, but since it will have much information, much strings, I just thought to have a variables. Now let's write down subject. Will give it as I'll use general thing which in our organization or they may use it. So query related to assume that I am a customer or whoever it is scanning this particular QR is a customer and they want to query about product from our company. Okay. So query related to uh, product. So here is product ID that they should provide. And then company name. They can provide company name also. Company name. Okay. So that's going to be my subject. Now let me write the email body. Let's draft general email body. Okay. Hello. Let's type it as hello. Uh, I have an inquiry regarding your company's product. Again, product ID. Then let's do that one. Let's add kindly get in touch with me at your earliest convenience. Yeah. Regards, your name. Your name. Okay. So that's my email body. Hello, I have an inquiry regarding your company's product ID. Kindly get in touch with me at your earliest convenience. That's it. I have generated my email subject and email body. Now, next step is we need to uh, create entire mail to URL, that is subject, sorry, email to subject and body. So how to do that is mail to just make sure that you have typed in this way mail to. So my email ID, I'll keep it as is. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay. So mail to Pavitra. Okay. I have written the mail to. I don't even remember my mail ID. This is just for testing purpose. This account is no longer used for anything. This is for RPA testing. Okay. Now, this is my mailbox, or I'm just sending it to myself, the mail ID. Now, question mark, add question mark. Okay. Next is subject. My subject is that have a variable, right? So it should be mentioned in this way, flower bracket variable. Now again, I have what? My email body. So ampersand email body, the flower bracket, it's body. Okay. So I have everything that I need. Now let me do this. This is necessary. Okay. If you don't do these things, no, the data won't get merged into single line for the URL. So make sure you have the dollar here also. You need to you already have Mailto, so you don't have to worry about it. But in here, you need to mention the dollar here as well. Okay. So done. We have everything in place. Okay. We have email subject, email body, email to URI. Basically, if our email, it combines everything into one, which is email to subject body, everything into one. And then we have encoded it into uh, URL format, like percentage thing. And then we converted that, or we merged whatever the URL we just created into a URL that is provided to create a QR code. And then we have HTTP request, wherein it should be a request method of get, and you pass the request URL. You only have to you only need to have the request response attachments, and you should be good. Okay, so let me run this and let's see how things go. Okay, so I ended up having a problem because the it should be .com. So process ran, but we still see that we do not, I'm sorry, we do not have the file. That means something is wrong. So let's do one thing. Let's get the response code as well. And response code is, will get it, status code. Okay. And let's type what is this error that we are getting. I'm just going to take a right line and then type status code dot toString. Since it's an integer, we'll have to convert into toString. Let's run this again and see. I want to see what is the error that I'm getting. Okay, this is not 200. 200 means it's successful. It's 400, which is basically there is something wrong with the URL that we are passing. So let's go back and see exactly what is the issue. I'm just gonna zoom in. Okay, we have HTTPS backslash is on, the com QR server is right. V1 create minus QR minus code is right. This is the culprit. This should be small, it should not be capital letter, it's a small letter. Now, these are correct. This should be it. Now, let me run it again and see if this is correct or not, or we are getting the data. Yep, we see 100. Now, there is an attachment that is stored, right? If I open this is my QR. So you can scan this QR code and you would able to see your mailbox is getting open, and everything is typed over there. For now, let me do one thing. I will use online editor called QR Scanner Online. I'm just going to upload the file, and this is what it is doing. Now I could see that email from email body came through, also email to came through, but subject did not appear. Now there must be some issue that we could see. Let's go back into our in this thing and let us investigate on what is the issue. Now, okay. So mail to, it's a small letter, pavitra02 outlook.com question mark subject, right? Yes. You see, what is happening is it should not be a, uh, it should always be equal. So now we should create another QR code. Let me delete this off and run it. Let me open again. We should be able to have this ready. Okay. Now let me capture. Now you see, I got the email to email subject, email body. Now that's how you create a QR code and use the QR code. Okay. So I hope this helped you to understand how to create a QR code. Now I'm gonna explain how to send this maybe in an email or something, the QR attachment. So to do that, just search on email. Whatever your organization uses the email activity, you can use it. So for now, maybe I can use send exchange mail, and then you provide the in email to email subject, email body. In here, file path, just do response attachment dot, okay, local path. This will give you the entire path and save it. Okay. Now I won't be able to perform the testing. The reason is that I don't have the informations, server informations for exchange. So due to that reason, I'm not able to test it. But if you could do these informations and set these properties, you should be able to send emails through UiPath with the QR code. So that's it for today. I hope this session is more informative. And for more content like this, please do subscribe, share, and like. Until then, stay safe, stay strong, and we'll meet you in our next interesting topic. Until then, see you. Bye.